And we're live. Hello.
Yes.
I am that crazy drunk fan that comes up to you after the drag show wanting a picture and doesn't realize she's resting her arm on your hair. Honey LaBronx.
Hi, I'm the mailman wearing the headphones who doesn't want to know how your day has been. Sima Kant.
And welcome to Review. Anyway.
With a hue.
With what?
A hue.
Review with a hue. Oh, girl.
'Cause
in the
we are
spirit of
color.
Miss Cracker,
Oh.
she is already.
Okay.
Time keeps on slipping into the future, and this wig keeps on slipping into my past. Let me just tell you right now.
What to do. Okay.
This wig is like, you are not the boss of me. I answer to one person alone. Gravity. That was like a silent mouth pop. So we are here wrapping up.
We are done.
We're done. That's it.
We're done.
She is finished. She is really finished. I mean, not entirely. There's still a vigil going on. And there's still a boy or two stopping by the hotel room later, depending on who brings the room service.
True.
That's one way to have a man come over, honey. Room service, seamless, Grubhub.
Besides us,
What, you mean being
women?
men?
How many other men have been in this room?
I get to say pass on 2 questions, right?
Okay.
Let me just say, I'm just gonna spill the tea. Should I spill the tea?
Please do.
So there was a boy. You know what it is? This lace is dark, so
Yeah.
anywhere I sit, it looks like my hair. It looks like the wig is slipping, but it's not.
No, it's not.
Anyway, so I did meet a fellow. It's true. I was on an app for my smartphone, and there was a boy.
The coffee app, right?
There's someone at the
Oh.
door. I think this is the bottled water.
Oh, someone's at the
I
door.
can't wait to answer the door. Like,
Speak of the devil.
you know,
He's getting those
He
water
could've
bottles.
handed me this with less attitude. Anyway, I'm
Really?
gonna make coffee while you tell them all about the most traumatic thing that's ever happened to you in your life.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding. Just whatever you want to
Oh,
talk about. Just
literally.
keep their attention for 2 seconds while I brew this coffee.
Okay.
And fix my wig now, because apparently I should not have gotten up so quickly.
Okay. Did you know that all of the coffee in the world comes from about, I think, 2 or 3 strands of the same family?
What?
And it all tastes different based on where you grow it because of what? The amount of moisture in the soil, the amount of minerals, and what the soil is like in
Listen.
those.
There's 2 things I'm all about: moisture and dirt. That I'm all
Yes.
about it. So yes, I had a fellow visit the room, and I'm not going to go into all the details, other than to say this boy was very down on his luck. In a way that I have 9.5 years experience of dealing with, 9.5 years living in this solution.
Wait, were you down on his luck too?
Girl. we were very familiar with each other's luck. Thank you. Down on something. I was down. Let me just say I was very down. And I was just like, okay, here's what you're gonna do. You are going to go to a meet. Like, I have work to do. You have no place to go. That's fine. You may stay the night. And if you want to stay the night tomorrow night as well, I pick up a rental car on Monday morning. And if you need to get back to Bakersfield, which is 2 hours from here, and you're stuck here in LA and you have no way to get back, I get it. I will drive you back on Monday. You are not staying in this hotel room while I'm not here. Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh my God, thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely, blah, blah, blah. And in the middle of the night, while I was like going to bed, I noticed he's on his phone, and I'm like, if this boy is back on Grindr, I look over and I see he's Googling AA meetings, and I'm like, it feels so good to make a difference. Name the movie. And I wake up in the morning, gone. She gone.
She gone.
Listen, not even a note. Not even a note. Not even a note.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to the stage. Not, I don't know. I have not even. No, I have nothing. What was the name I came up with earlier? Welcome to the stage, La Nerve.
La Nerve.
La Nerve. I want someone to be named. If you're watching this, first off, I question your judgment. Secondly, if you're watching this and you want to be a drag queen and you want to decide on a name, I'm not breaking your wig. I'm just readjusting her. This is what happens when you borrow a friend's wig and you're like, I am not gonna glue this to my head. It is just too late at night. But she was gone in the morning, and I go back on Grindr, and of course he's online, and he's 8 miles away, and I just texted him to say, you have got to be kidding me. And he said, what? And then he said, are you nearby? And I'm like, I was, if you recall. I was quite near. I was right next to you in a king-size bed. And then I woke up and you were 8 miles away.
Lord.
Have mercy. And I was just like, you know what? And I forgot what I said, but I'm like, I don't. For saying yes to anything a 20-year-old wanted. Secondly, shame on me for whatever. But and then later on in the evening, guess what he messages me? He's like, I'm like, and he responded to say like, ugh, I guess I'm stuck here. Like guess I'm stuck. Looks like I'll be staying. And I'm like, I suddenly, a glass of iced tea materialized in my hand along with a straw. And I was like, oh no, tell me about it. It sounds terrible. And I decided, I'm like, I'm not even going to respond. And then I was up late talking to Sima, and I realized there's a form of therapy I want drag queens to be able to offer people. It's like, I want you to look at the drag queen and say to me everything you wish you could say to that person who hurt you. And then like, you're just like, you know what? It hurt me when, that's like a valuable service we could offer and make money for. So I start talking to Sima and I'm like, you know what? I've known you 9 hours and you hurt me. You hurt me in 9 hours in a way that I will to say to him.
Oh, hey, yes.
So I messaged him again. I'm like, it's something, you know, like, I hear you need a ride. It's gonna be a long 2-hour drive. It's gonna be a long 2-hour drive. Not enough time to say everything I want to say on this drive. And girl, I drive real slow. You better believe. It will take me 4 hours. If Google says 2 hours, it'll take me 4 hours. So at 3.5 minutes, I'm gonna be like, and another thing.
Just so you know.
And I will stream this live on YouTube when it happens. I'll be like, you ignore the phone that's mounted to the dashboard. That is for Google. He's like, it's not showing us a map. It's showing us a picture of us. I'm like, that's how Google knows where I am. Okay? You ignore the technology. You're 20. That. What do you know?
Oh, God.
Anyway, so that's my review of the 2018 National Animal Rights Conference.
There you go.
How was your weekend?
It started out really fun. Yeah.
All right.
Super fun to be here. And it starts kind of like with the excitement that everyone has to be at an event like this. You know, it's all about like, look at what we can do with the food. Look at what we do over here with like this product. And I was like, cool, yeah, it's awesome to be here. And then I see people walking around that are like really big in the community, in the movement. And I'm like, oh my God, I need a picture with that person.
Like who? Who did you see?
I got to see James Aspie. I got to see how old was he? 7?
Vegan Evan.
Vegan Evan,
who is
7
7
years old. We got to meet Genesis, who won the award for like
the Lisa Shapiro Award for like activists under 18.
She's like one of my neighbors apparently, so we're gonna hang out all the time, do makeup tutorials apparently.
Oh my God, you gotta get her a drag.
Like this necklace?
Like my necklace?
Never loved you.
I'm wearing your wig, you're wearing my necklace. You know what's funny is I saw side of this bracelet,
It's
there are
missing.
2 rows missing. I'm like,
That's mine.
that is mine. And what's funny is we're sharing a hotel room this weekend, and I can't just accept. I'm like, we're helping each other get ready. She knows where my jewelry is. So she's, but I just see it. I'm like, is that my? And I'm like, yeah. And she's not gonna walk off with it. She's just borrowing it. I went through it. I did.
Like that one time when I was wearing your headband
When were you wearing my headband?
at Velvet Lounge, and you were like, "That's
That is right. I'm like, I have one just like that.
Oh.
And it's also the same exact
There you go.
necklace and bracelet that I am
There.
wearing. Where is it? Necklace, clock the bracelet, clock the necklace.
There you go. That's the one.
That's actually not even a necklace. That's a skin condition.
Well, I definitely will borrow things from Queens.
Yeah,
Well,
why not?
I mean, I think I only borrow from you, but only because like we're in the same room, stuff is out and about. But I don't think I would ever do that to a queen I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah.
an interesting point. We were backstage once, and Bob was doing a show with this queen, Paige Turner. We were backstage while Paige was on stage. Like a lot of rhymes. And Bob sees one. Paige had 2 wigs, and she sees Paige's other wig, and Bob's like, it's like Paige's signature wig, and Bob's like, should I put her wig on and come out for my next number in her wig? And he's like, I want to. That'd be so funny. He's like, I don't know her well enough to do that.
Yeah.
And then, like, after the show, she said to Paige, like, oh, you know what I was gonna do? Backstage, I was gonna put your wig on and come out, and Paige looked at her like she looked horrified
Oh, my
that the
God.
thought even crossed Bob's mind. Like, you could tell that she was thinking, like, I need to lock up my wig when it's not, like I need to hire a bodyguard for the wig. She looked, like, so grateful that did not happen.
Yeah, I don't think like any of my stuff is like completely like crucial or delicate to like an image of me, but like I don't think I would feel comfortable unless I knew them.
What would you not be comfortable? What would you be least comfortable with another queen borrowing of yours?
Maybe like my breastplate.
Okay, I would say it depends on which queen. When Bob and I lived together, we wore the same size pretty much as boys or as ladies. So Bob would often wear my shoes, but here's the thing. Bob would wear down a pair of heels so that like these are my like go-to beige pumps. This is the heel in the back. I have worn them down so much. There is no little plastic nub.
Yeah.
It's just like the metal spike. So Bob's were all like this, but like the white heels that I used to have that Bob started wearing, you know how like someone starts wearing something enough and after a certain point you're just like, it's yours now. Like my orange Monet Exchange leotard. It's not my fault that I dropped these names. They're very heavy names. Okay? They just anyway, but Bob, one of her feet is slightly pronated, slightly at an angle. So all of her shoes wear down at an angle like this.
Oh.
And she borrowed my knee-high black patent leather, vegan leather boots. And I didn't know it. So I don't know, I let her borrow them. I'm like, only wear them on stage. Do not walk to the gig in them. Because if she would walk to a gig in my shoes, she'd come back and I'm like,
Yeah.
you've sanded them down at an angle.
Yeah.
Here I am in Iceland and I'm on stage and like I'm like in my boots and I take one step back and I'm like, like I tip at an angle and I'm like, curse you, God! Because I'm like my whole thing, it's like so I came back and I was like, I'm sorry, but like you can never wear my shoes. Like, everything you've done to me, already done to you.
Sorry, Bob.
Sorry, there we go. Again, name that movie. Is this slipping off my head? No, it is not.
No, it's just the lace. Yeah.
It's just the dark lace.
It's picked up my foundation, and obviously I am a POC, as I like to say.
Look at these
So,
cheeks. I'm just all cheeks. I look like I just had my cheeks done.
They
I
remind me.
accomplished that. What?
They remind me of Vegan Thor's suppleness.
Vegan Thor. Do you have your phone on you? I
I
want to be able to hold
I
things
do.
up.
I do.
I was waiting for the butt.
Are we doing it?
Speaking of vegan Thor, I was waiting for the butt. We were gonna be like, I do, but it's on 1% battery. There was a boy walking around the conference this weekend, and oh my God, does conference mean with France?
Yes.
Conference, and like here we are, just two demure, petite women at my booth, and then they're in front of us in sweatpants, not facing towards us. So there's that, and I'm just like, girl, look, and there were a lot of beautiful men at this event. So to stand out as a beautiful man among the people in attendance at this crowd takes something. Are you? Oh, you're going through his timeline for the picture.
I'm trying to find.
Let's get a face pic first, so they see this man's face.
Okay.
And he, you know how some people you hate them the minute you see them, because like the face, the body, the booty, the everything else.
This one, or is that too like weird?
That is a little weird.
This one with this nice squirrel.
I don't live for the long hair, but yeah, that is an awe picture.
It's
so
just,
let's
it's the awe
This
picture.
is vegan Thor. Hold it up all the way to the
go.
screen. So yeah, that is vegan Thor. Look at us together. We make such a beautiful couple. Hi, this is my better half. Sometimes, am I right? And this boy, you know how you see people and you're like, I wonder if he knows how attractive he is. You scroll through his Instagram and you'll realize like, oh bitch, he knows. He knows that he's good looking. He also knows that he is a thirst trap. So we want you to follow Vegan Thor, VEGANTHOR, on the Instagram. I guess he calls himself that because he's big and muscly and like long blonde hair. Thankfully, he cut off the long blonde hair and now he's got like a nice little short, messy cut. But you were taking a lot of time.
I decided I'm going to do this one.
I think that...
it's
go
appropriate,
for it.
right? Okay.
I think that's appropriate. There we go. You don't need to zoom in on it. It's not...
Okay.
Here we go. Girl. That is not a headless man with his hands outstretched. That is a man doing the splits. Let me see if I can tap on this and focus. There we go. Anyway, I guess you'll have to go to his Instagram for like that. It's really hard to see on this screen the way it is, but like that's a naked handstand.
Oh, this is the one. That's the one.
Oh my God. That's with his long hair. Look at her. That's his Instagram is all food pics and then like just naked ass.
Which is food pics.
Which is, you know, cake. It's all food and cake. It's all food and cake. And then when he's not walking around in sweatpants, he's walking around in what? A romper. A romper. And I was like, I wanted to apologize tonight. Am I sure this is not slipping back and showing my hair?
No, it's just...
It really 1,000% feels
lace.
like it is just a dark lace.
Yeah.
But it does look very far back. Like, I definitely have 5 head going on right now. Like, look at that. Look at how... like a turtle crawling back into my shell right now. I'm just gonna pull my head back in and hide.
I cannot.
Wouldn't that be great? Have a wig that you could just like pull your head into like a turtle shell.
Oh, no.
You could say back rolls. But so I want to. I would like to take this opportunity. That's so much better. I'd like to take this opportunity to apologize to everyone at the Animal Rights National Conference 2018. If you were talking to me, watch my eyes. Here's you. Here's Vegan Thor. And I'm like, oh, you're a fan of mine? Oh, that's so good. It's so good to meet you too. Yeah. Yeah, no, oh my God, I love you too. Yeah. I'm apologize to everyone. I wasn't
mesmerized.
I wasn't not listening to you guys. I was like half listening to you. And then I was a little distracted at times. There was a lot of beautiful men here. Yeah. Shout out to my friend Alam Orion, who moved from New York to LA. He came by the booth. He's a very beautiful man. He's of the heterosexual persuasion. He's an actor. There was Vegan Thor. There was Jared of the Iowa something something farm sanctuary, the only farm sanctuary in Iowa.
Oh yes.
Who else
yes.
were the handsome men here? Um,
You know, I think sometimes, especially when it's like straight men, like when it's kind of like you can just fantasize about it, like you go for like something different.
okay.
Like you can be like, okay, like you know what could he do? So you start imagining. So all of a sudden, these people who don't do these things that you're imagining are just doing these things.
Okay.
So I was excited by the fact that all these men walking around have the one thing that matters, which was they're all vegan. So I was just like, okay, like you can just like take care of me and you're vegan and like we can have dinner together and that's really all that matters. That's all I
Listen,
want.
I see a guy like Vegan Thor with his girlfriend, and I'm like, listen, honey, she can't give you what I can give you. Okay? I can give you things that she can't give you. All right? Chlamydia. All right, for one. I mean, they're all treatable things, but they're things she can't give you, most likely. It's not funny. That is not funny. How dare you? Anyway, so that's the us being trash part. Oh,
Okay, wait.
speaking of trash, can I? So where was I? Where was this? This was last night after the awards banquet where Kat Von D pulled us aside and said to us, listen, I can tell that you're not real women. I can tell that's makeup you're wearing. And I want you both to know. I was already thrilled she was spending this much time with us. She's like, I want you both to know it will never be enough makeup to cover up that you're no good, ordinary, untalented, and you'll both die alone. Even if you both die clinging to each other, you'll both die alone. Do you know what I mean?
She looked us straight in the eye. She
Yes.
said, "Cut it the fuck out."
Really.
That's what she said. To
She was
us.
like, please, forever. No, she did. She didn't. Not in so many. And she came off stage and she touched. I don't know if she touched you. She touched me. Did she touch you?
She touched us.
She touched our shoulders. I have a tattoo around the part. Wouldn't that be a great tattoo to get? A tattoo of like a dotted outline that
Just
says,
yes,
Kat Von D touched me here.
Yes, yes.
Can you show me on this doll where Kat Von D touched you? Right here.
You know what? Well, the cool part was we were kind of told that we couldn't
Like, just
reference her.
don't. Well, you know, I don't know that I want to get into that. But we basically were told, like, listen, don't make a big thing.
Yeah,
like
like
they're
just-
celebrities.
Yeah,
like, don't
I mean, like,
gawk, don't stare.
Basically, like you know what celebrities would want is
Which
you
is
know,
fine
hey, like,
for me because
yeah.
I'm very. I mean, this is LA. I'm sure you guys are used to it too. But like, coming from New York City, where I'm a theatrical photographer, I'm like working with celebrities is like part of my job. You know, you go to work, there's gonna be a celebrity there. But so I'm like, Kat, you know, we cool.
Okay,
We
like,
cool.
okay, all right.
We didn't get a picture with her.
Yeah.
Because we're all. I am Kat Von D to some people, right? So here we are trying to get a picture of Kat, and we're intercepted by all these people trying to get a picture with us.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's kind of like in slow motion, like, move.
So we know how she felt, kind of.
Oh my God, absolutely. Only we didn't have someone escort us out
Yeah, we didn't
right
have
afterwards.
we didn't have someone pushing.
Someone,
them
there was a
away.
man who afterwards he shot. He was on a zip line. He shot the chandelier with a pistol, so it blacked out the room. He came in on a zip line and with one arm scoops up a pregnant Kat Von D and her husband, and then the lights came back on and they were gone, and there was a cloud of smoke where she was. I thought it was thrilling. I thought it was all part of the show. I'm like, this is just like Phantom.
Yes. Yes.
True story, though. I'm not embellishing about any of that. So let's review the weekend. Let's go through the weekend. So we saw a lot of people,
Yeah.
and
What do you call the area that we're doing in, like the
the exhibit hall.
The exhibit.
The
Yeah.
exhibit
the
hall.
exhibit hall.
So she was my understudy this weekend. There were mornings where, listen, can I just tell you how it feels to arrive at a point in my career where, like, I wake up at my hotel, I have hired another drag queen to represent me, and I'm just like, I really should get down to the booth this morning, but I want more sleep. And I can just go back to bed knowing there is another drag queen sitting at the vegan drag. There's a vegan drag queen manning
yes.
the vegan drag queen table. Emphasis on manning
Ooh.
the table.
Oh, you had to go there.
I had to.
Okay.
And by the way, I have a banner with this picture on it, and she didn't know that those are both me. And people were like, "Oh, is that Honey out of drag?" He's like, "No, that's just some
Dude.
devastatingly handsome professional model, obviously."
Obviously, yeah.
There we go.
You know.
So thank you for that. Thank you for the
Yeah.
peace of mind that you brought me this weekend.
Yeah, I hopefully did a good job.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
I mean,
The results will be televised live. No, she even took notes. I'm like, do you know how many shirts I sold? And she's like, actually, she opens up her little secretary notebook. She's like, you sold this many T-shirts, this many of the other T-shirt, and this many fridge magnets.
yes.
And she also took notes of everyone who stopped by to meet me when I wasn't there, so I can follow up with them.
Yes. It was a fun thing to do because I got to meet a lot of people, and a lot of people thought I was you. But you know, I mean, for regular people, they can't really.
Look at how beautiful she is. She looks like a mix between like Sharon Needles and Madeline Hatter, and like I'm just look like. What do I look? I look like a clownfish. You know Madeline Hatter?
Well, I don't know her personally.
I was just thinking, looking at you right now on the monitor, you look like Madeline Hatter.
I love Madeline Hatter.
Madeline Hatter is such a sweetie.
She was here in LA, and I totally missed her when she was here.
Oh.
This was about a year ago.
I'm trying to think if she has had any conversations with me about going vegan. I feel like all you need to do is invite certain people to go vegan. Have you noticed how many people, if you talk to them, like, because they all know by now they should. So if you're just like, yeah, why don't you go vegan? I know, I should. I've been thinking about it. I said, cool, I'll help you.
Yeah.
Madeline Hatter, I'm going to make you go vegan. I'm just going to start picking individuals like, no, I say Madeline Hatter is going vegan. I'm just going to make it happen.
Goals. Okay.
All right, there we go. That's my
Down.
New Year's resolution for the second half of 2018. So I had a panel discussion on Friday morning. So morning, I say noon. Friday at noon, and I literally was running through the door into the room for the panel at 11:59. I don't know why it seems like it must be kind of cute to be like, you know what we're gonna have a drag queen, but you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put her on not after lunch. We're gonna put her on at noon. Get up, bitch. It's 4 a.m. Too bad. Get out of bed and shave because you're a hairy man and you need to transition. So I did a panel discussion with Patrice Jones.
Yes.
Like, we were at the banquet, and everyone is like, I want to thank so-and-so for this award. I'd like to thank so-and-so, but most importantly, I want to acknowledge Patrice Jones. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I just did a panel talk with Patrice Jones. You weren't there for it. You were manning the table for me.
Well, yeah, but I heard her name a lot. She was referenced a lot at the award show, and
then we sat next to her. Our tables were right by each other.
I was realizing that she was sitting right behind me. And I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. So, like, this really cool person is sitting right behind me.
At what? Oh, at the table, right.
At the exhibit, yeah.
And then today, I was like, oh, Patrice, I haven't had a chance yet to buy your book. The book that she's in, Ecofeminism, it was a really interesting read. And I was like, oh, hey, I haven't had a chance yet. Do you have any more copies of the book? And she's like, it's sold out. And I'm like, here I am just acting like I have all the time in the world. Who's going to buy your book? We're at the conference. Of course, people are going to buy a book from Patrice Jones with Patrice Jones in it right there in person.
True.
I wanted to get the book and get it autographed, but it was a fun panel that we led.
Yeah.
We were talking about queering the animal rights movement, which I was saying to Patrice before the talk, I'm like, I don't know what we mean by queering the movement. Like, I know I'm a drag queen and I laid down with a lot of fellows, but
Do you though?
I do. I mean, sometimes I don't. But anyway, but like I don't know what it means for me to queer the movement, but like we kind of talked about our ideas on it and ultimately came down to like, look, at the root of all of this is toxic masculinity, and I was so here for this conversation because we were talking about how basically if you boil down any real problems we have in the first world anyway, they really all come down to toxic masculinity and capitalism. And here we were leading this conversation with everyone in attendance. There's probably like 100 people in attendance, which that alone was so inspiring to me that there was 100 people who were like, yes, I want to be a part of this discussion. And it was one of those discussions that I wanted to be like, guys, let's pause the discussion. I rented 4 trucks outside. They're gonna drive us to a cabin in the woods, and we're just gonna sit around drinking cocoa and talk about this in front of a fireplace in our pajamas.
I
It was
love
like
that.
one of those conversations that you just wanted it to continue for like a weekend. Anyway,
Yes.
so that was a lot of fun to be a part of. And then what else? Are we missing anything?
Well, the next day, what was that? The awards. Oh, after the awards, we saw Dominion. Great film. You should go watch it. Show all your friends.
I mean, it's not for the don't. It's not a movie that you're gonna like order popcorn for. In fact, I think
No.
if there's a place showing this movie and that's the only movie to watch, I would assume they would shut down the concessions. They might be like, we'll sell 2 things: bottled water and Kleenex. And that's it.
Yes, that's really all you would need.
Bottled water to rehydrate for all the crying you'll be doing. It is. We review this in another movie. I mean,
Video?
in another movie that we're in another. Well, it's a moving picture with sound. In another video that we'll post after this, we reviewed the film Dominion, so we'll post that in a few days.
Yes.
But yeah, it's basically Earthlings 2018. What is that saying? Oh, hey.
VTF.
We actually have someone watching us now. VTF. I don't know what
Yes.
VTF means.
I'm
not terribly hip. I'm not like down with OPP.
I first thought it was like WTF, like what am I watching?
VTF. Vegan the fuck.
Yeah. Yes. Is that what it means? Explain
Right.
to me, Lucy.
Let's explain. So we'll share our review of Dominion in another video.
Yes.
Actually in 2 other videos because one got cut off. But what were we saying? What were we saying? I interrupted you, and then I forgot why I interrupted you.
What were we saying? We were saying how all you would need is Kleenex. It's not for the faint of heart. This film, it's a. I mean, what can we say? We know. I think you know what it's about. You know, it shows what happens in the end game for an animal.
Yeah.
It's visual, it's graphic, it's violent. You know, it's the
It's
truth.
real. It's very real.
It's
It basically is Earthlings 2.0. Like it's if they made Earthlings today with all the technology that we have today with all new footage.
Yeah.
There's like a minute or 2 of footage from the old Earthlings that got reused in this one, I could tell. But other than that, it's all new. So
Yeah.
we'll talk about that in the other video. But what else? Anything else that we want to say, or any shout outs, or any people that we interacted with? It's hard to keep track because there's so many.
yeah, we meet so many people and everyone wants to do, you know, some kind of, you know, collaboration. They want to do more. We want to do more. But I think most of all, we're glad that we made it through.
We made it through the wilderness.
Yes.
Somehow.
Because it's
We
a lot.
made it through.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of events and you know, time. And as drag queens, you know, like we need to get like the rest. We need to get the break. We need to get the
That
getting
is the
ready.
thing. After the Dominions thing, we were like, you know, I know it's 1 in the morning or like 1:30 in the morning, and like we're all tired, and I'm like, you're tired. You're tired? And it's like we have to go home. We're gonna film videos after this and like do drag stuff, and then we have to get out of drag, which is its own process, and then we have to wake up 4 hours earlier than everyone else so we can get back into drag. Girl, it's if you see a drag queen, just anywhere, stop her and be like, hang on, here's $1.
Yes.
Here's $1.
It is never a not okay moment to just give $1 wherever they're
I mean, at a drag queen's funeral,
just throw it down maybe?
you know, yeah, be like,
Yeah.
please, as they're lowering my casket in the ground,
Yes.
can you please make it rain? And like, yes!
But like with that enthusiasm, like yes, bitch, like you are, like yes, bitch, I am dead. Oh, wait, yes, I am dead.
Yes. I know that you're like really dead, but I'm like literally dead. Literally is the new figuratively. Alright. So yeah, I'm gonna say this video is long enough. So we have like, let's do a minute to win it
Okay.
for each of us. We're gonna do a minute recap.
Okay.
So at 36:35, I'll start, and then you'll count me down the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
So you'll actually, I'll start at 36:40, and then you'll count me down. So minute. All right. So I got on the bus, on the shuttle at the airport to the hotel, and sat with Kathy with the C from New Mexico, who is like a hospice nurse. Just so awesome. She's vegan, so like she was like the introduction to the conference for me. I kept seeing her throughout the weekend. That was awesome. What else was awesome? Getting to see Dawn Moncrief from A Well-Fed World. She was one of the organizers of this whole thing this weekend, and like I'm in contact a lot with Dawn because she's been like a big supporter of my cooking show and my tour. But she's someone I never get to be like in a room with. So just getting to see Dawn and give her hugs. That was fun. And then tonight I hosted the show, the closing night entertainment, and we had some really, I don't have their names with me, but some really awesome vegan artists. I got to see them perform. And there was just a lot of really awesome people at the at the show who came up to me afterwards and just wanted pictures, and they were just great to meet them. That's
Minute. There you go.
Bam. Shalom!
I'm-
So
okay.
now you're a minute. I'm gonna give you like 5 seconds to think about it.
Okay,
So
here.
we're gonna go at 37. You know what? We're just gonna do
Here,
it at a
wait.
solid minute.
Yeah. There
Now
we go.
you have
Okay.
like
There you go. So I just
5,
wanna know.
4,
I'm just gonna
3,
start.
2, go.
My whole point of being here was as a learning experience to get to finally I've been saying like a West Coast chapter of the Vegan Drag Queen, you know? So I'm very happy to have finally made it out here to see people that I got to meet at the fairs, and they're here, meet new people that I'm going to hopefully know throughout the many years to come, and hopefully I will get better at this and create my own awareness through my own work. But yeah, and also be a part of this whole entire movement that has been so great to be a part of. What else? Oh, I got to meet all of my heroes that I see all the time. I got to meet them. That was the best for me. So yeah, catch me on what's gonna be next.
You have like 7 seconds left over.
Mary had a little lamb.
Then she clearly wasn't vegan.
That's true.
I don't know how you do that. I'm like, I took a whole minute to talk about 2 people, basically. Also, in on our bonus minute round that we can share together, I want to say, getting to do this with you this whole weekend has been so awesome.
I know.
First off, when you responded to say that you were available for the whole weekend, except Saturday, and then I was going to find someone for Saturday, and then you're like, I got Saturday off.
Yeah, there you go.
So I'm so excited that we got to take this journey together.
I know, yeah. I feel like we've become finally like actual friends. in
Yeah,
real
like
life.
other than just Facebook friends.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know that I would push it like friends, because, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I wish that we like lived close enough that we could just like collaborate and do stuff like this all the time, because this is a lot of fun, like working with you.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I hope we get to do it again. Well, we're gonna be hopefully be doing this in DC next year. So, yeah.
I guess they just alternate DC, LA, DC, LA.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's cool. I like that.
By the way, I've noticed her, drag name is Sima Kunt. K-U umlaut N-T. Is an actual last name, like in
Yeah.
Germany.
Yeah.
So it's not totally inappropriate, it's just foreign.
Yeah.
But I did notice, like, even when I was acknowledging her on stage tonight, I was like, welcome my vegan sister, Sima! the other vegan drag
Yes.
queen. And there was someone who came up to you and suggested like maybe you might want to change your
Yes.
drag name. I just had an idea
Mm.
for a now I know that you like the vulgar play on words.
Yeah.
And I guess we are live on YouTube right now. One whole person is watching.
Oh my
I don't know
God.
how whole they are, but anyway, I had an idea for a possible last name that you could consider,
Okay.
and it honors the same. Actually, I have two versions now.
Ooh, okay.
Two possible last
I
names.
am ready.
And it honors the spirit behind Sima Cunt without it being something you can't say in front of children.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Miss Sima Junk.
All right.
Sima Junk.
Love it.
Or, welcome to the stage, Miss Sima Business.
All
Sima
right.
Business. Sima Business. Sima Business.
You know what I also just thought of?
What?
Is Sima Box. Right?
Sima Box. Sima Business. Sima Junk.
Why don't you vote on it?
America.
You know.
Sima Crack. Oh, no, that's
No,
too.
no.
That's too. Sima. I like that. Sima Junk.
That's too in the nose.
Sima Business. Sima Box. I like that. Those are all viable
Yeah.
options. I'm not saying you need to change anything to please anyone,
Yeah, exactly.
but it's there if you decide. Look, other performers have changed their names.
Yeah.
Miss Tara Grenade became Tara Hyman. Miss Kitten with the Whip became Bob the Drag Queen. Miss Honey LaBronx never had to change anything for anyone because that's a great drag name.
She
And
could be Agave LaBronx.
if one more person suggests that. And Frosty Flakes changed into nothing because she's not a drag queen anymore. Hey, girl.
Ooh.
Anyway, and Brianna Cracker changed into Ms. Cracker. So there are queens who change their names.
There you go.
If there is an option.
There you go.
So if you want to see more of this little lady, where can people find you?
You can find me at my handle, Simakunt, SIMAKUNT. That might be changing, but that's where you can find me at the moment. I'm also on Facebook under the name Magnus and Lance. That's my boy name. But it's due to the whole Facebook real name thing. So that's just what I go by on Facebook.
Which they apologized for and then never did anything about.
Exactly.
I wish I could do that. Like, I would just like to say how wrong I was.
Well, first of all, they believe that your name is a woman's name. So you're obviously fish. Obviously.
Thank you. Actually, no. I, at one point, did get affected by the real names policy. I fought so hard and got it back. And other people, even Bob, who's now Christopher Caldwell on Facebook.
Really?
I'm like, why don't you get your name back? You're a big somebody now. He's like, I tried. It was this big process. And I'm like, we went down for the buffet. There was like a vegan buffet. And I went down for it. Because this one is like at my booth, manning my booth. My booth has a smell now. And I like how it doesn't look like there's a lamp here. It just looks like there's just a natural glow between us. There was this buffet. And they said, the front desk said it would be served till 2 o'clock. I guess this is part of my official review of the weekend.
Okay.
And I go for the food, and there's like 2 table lengths of just all these, catering plates of like
Yes.
hot vegan food. And I'm like, ooh, and I'm like looking for the plates. I'm gonna take some. I'm like, nope, no more. I'm like, what do you mean? No? And they're like, it's done. They told us to pull it. And I'm like, but there's literally food right here in a tray ready for me to grab. And they're like, nope, we're done.
Sorry.
And a very cute heterosexual boy is just messaging me right now. You know what? I'm gonna flirt back. I'm gonna be like, listen, look,
Listen, sis.
listen. But so, and this one guy, I forget his name, and he is a thing. He's a blogger or a person, everyone here is someone. And I said to him, I'm like, no, I'm gonna go to the front desk and I'm gonna straighten this out. He's like, no, I already talked to them. They said they're not serving us. And I'm like, you don't I don't know that you understand the power of Honey LaBronx's complaining to customer service.
Yes.
I get things.
Yes.
For anyone who heard the story about how I couldn't get from Berkeley to Sacramento because I parked my car overnight and told them I would come back and get it tomorrow between noon and 3, but they forgot to tell me tomorrow is Memorial Day, we will be closed, and I could not get my car. I had to take an $85 Uber.
Damn.
And now, even though the boy that was gonna drive me felt bad about it and gave me the money for the Uber, I figured the garage doesn't know someone gave me the money for the Uber. I still
sure.
shouldn't have had to take the Uber.
Yeah.
And I have a check in my wallet. I don't know where my wallet is. It's right there,
yes.
actually. I have
Oh,
in my
proof.
check. I'm gonna hobble like a newborn baby deer. I have a check from La Garage for Bam
Oh, girl.
Bam $87.13. And you know what? This isn't about the $87. It's about the 13 cents. I was like, not my 13 cents? No, you don't. So I can't wait to deposit. This is a check that this is a check of like, this is what every night when I go to bed. I'm like, this is me getting my way. So anyway, I went to the front desk and I was like not standing at the front desk, like waiting to speak to someone. It is not yet 2. They are already pulling the food. I'm running back there, but like I'm talking to them about it. But if you could just like, send backup so that like someone's got my back in this, because y'all said it's there till 2. It should be there till 2. They are pulling it 20 minutes early. Like I know it's just weird, and it puts me in a weird position. Then I go back. And they're like, sorry, the captain said we have to pull it early. I'm like, then bring the captain out here because I should be talking to the captain.
Yes.
And the captain comes out and he's apologizing like, oh God, I am so sorry. I don't know why they told. I'm like, well, I don't know why they all told me it was your fault. And he's like, oh yeah, well they did blah 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 and and I'm like, Captain. You're telling me that your people did this, and I'm telling you, whoever did it, your entire staff is telling us
That
you gave the order to do this. And I'm like, the weird thing is, as a guest in the hotel, as a guest attending the conference in the hotel, I should never have to hear from the staff whose fault something was or whose fault something wasn't. And I'm
Yes.
like, I'm not talking to you as an individual. I'm talking to you as the Sheraton.
Yes.
You're just the Sheraton, right? I don't need to know which part of Sheraton's personality was to blame. Just get it together and give me some carbs. They're sitting, I can see them. I can see the plates, I can see the food. Just put them together, bring it to me, and guess what I'll do? I'll shut my face. And I'll get out of yours.
Give her
right?
what she wants.
Give Honey LaBronx what she wants. Which, by the way, reminds me, I have a Patreon. So go to patreon.com/Honey LaBronx. And for as little as $1 a month, you can help me travel the world and argue with more customer service people.
Yes, because that's what the world really needs.
That's the song Dionne Warwick forgot to record. What the world needs now is more uppity, self-righteous bitches getting their way.
Yes.
That's the truth. Now that I hear it come out of my mouth, it feels really true. Anyway, I never intended. I'm like, hey, let's sit down and record a 50-minute long video.
Oh my God.
But that's what we did. And I don't know who's going to watch this whole. If you watched this whole thing, are you on Twitter? I know I've asked you that 4 times.
I am, yes.
What is your tweet?
I am at
Twitter?
SIMARENN.
Sima Ren.
Yes.
It's a long story. If you watched this whole thing, I want you to tweet right now, yes, at Honey LaBronx and at SIMARENN, comma, I watched the whole thing and include a link to this video.
Yes.
If you made it through all 50 minutes and 41, 42, 43, 44, 45 seconds, watch, this becomes a 2-hour long video. They fast forward through the whole thing. They click
Lord.
every 10 minutes and I'm still going, still going, still going. Which reminds me, Diego Barros just posted a photo. I need to show you on Tumblr who Diego Barros is. I just got a pop-up notification on the top of my phone. Anyway, y'all, I'm not showing it on here, so this is not X-rated in any way, but if you're interested in wondering who that is, Diego, Barros, just Google him.
Okay.
Turn off the safe search filter when you Google him. So anyway, say goodnight to the people, Sima.
Good night and good riddance.
Right, and frankly, what took you so long? Get out of here.
And I never liked them. Anyway.
You know what? Don't just go vegan.